Zherka versus Shaun Jones, the fight we didn't know we needed.
I told you Zherka has been exposed. Zherka's quite fake, and he's proven time and time again, and especially with this beef, that he does everything for clout and attention. He's a bit of a tough guy because he's 6'4", big, and used to be a doorman, and he thinks he's solid. We call out the people who think that they're solid because they're massive. When you actually see them box, they're awful, they're dog shit.
Come get these hands, boys, you little dusty old men.
Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about something that came up to my feed, and actually this guy I've been watching him and I'm a big fan. I love his content. His name is Shaun Jones, and I think he's from England. I think he's from Liverpool. And Zherka, he actually called him out, and Shaun just made a video about it, saying that they want to have a fight. But I know Zherka's fuming at Shaun because he's been really exposing him. Well, he's not really been exposing him because he's just showing his true colors throughout the world. He didn't have to do anything. He just had to replay his videos, things he said. Zherka revealed his true colors. Now, this is actually going to be a great fight. And in my book, Shaun is going to absolutely demolish him. Now, we've seen Zherka fight. We've seen him box. We've seen him spar. All right? He just doesn't have any technique or skills in the boxing ring whatsoever. Maybe in other forms of martial arts, maybe perhaps I haven't seen him. We haven't really seen that. But his wrestling isn't really that phenomenal. As just in terms of these hands, he really hasn't got any skills. He's got no power. Even for a big guy, he really doesn't have much power. And most importantly, in boxing, most people think that like just because you're big, or even if you just have some sort of power, that you can just plow through people. No, it's the delivery system. It's how you set the punches up in order to knock someone out and deliver that punch, because no matter how hard you can hit, if it doesn't hit the target, if it doesn't go to the target, it's pointless. It doesn't matter. You're never going to land it anyway. This Zherka guy is nothing really but a big bully. He really is just a big bully. He tries to fight guys way smaller than him, way younger than him, and just to show that he's tough, but really he ain't. And I feel like a lot of young kids nowadays that are on these platforms supporting these guys, because their fan base are not normal thinking men. They're young kids that don't really have their own thoughts yet. So they're impressionable young kids, easily influenced, and they think that guys like that are real men. But that's dangerous, because men like that are volatile. Bullies like that, they're dangerous to society. And we need to guide the youth to the right path, the right role models, because these guys ain't it. And hopefully you get to square up in the ring and fight that. But going into Shaun Jones now. Shaun Jones is, I think he's a personal trainer. I don't know about his martial arts background, but from watching his videos, he said he has, I think it's Taekwondo, karate or something like that. He's been doing that for a long time. I'm not sure if it's actually I'm not sure if he has any boxing background, amateur or white collar or anything like that. But as far as I know, he's in great shape, and he looks like he's in fighting shape, like lean. So he's not big, bulky like Zherka. A lot of these guys, they just bulk up. They try to get stronger and try to get big just so that they can look like they can fight, but they're not even functional. I mean, just like the whole influencer world, where people want to have this pretense of fighting, this make-believe that they can fight, right? But why don't you just show the people? Why don't you just show the world? If you can truly fight, show them a great fight. Isn't that what everyone wants? Why do you have to be all tough and big and say you can beat this and that? Beat them. Fight them, right? It's just a fight. No need to be scared. Just a little scuffle. Shaun Jones is a personal trainer, so he knows his physique. He knows how to move his body. He knows what to do, and he knows how the body operates. He's quite knowledgeable. I've watched a few of his stuff, and he looks like he's in good shape. Boxing cardio, though, fighting is a whole different game, so you can never really tell truly how fit someone is, because fighting fit is a different type of fit. He looks like he can manage, if they're gonna fight, like 3 to 6 rounds, maybe 4 rounds. I don't know, 3 to 4 rounds, especially if it's their first fight. I think he's coming from an injury though. I'm not quite sure, but he talks about being injured or coming from an injury, recovering from one. But hopefully he gets to actually fight next year. I know this one's going to be a great fight. To be honest, I also want to see main event Mr. 260 himself, Bradley Martin versus True Geordie. Now, how about that? Alright, anyways, I digress. And then on the undercard of that main card, Zherka versus Shaun Jones. Mr. Jones. Man, this is gonna be, I feel like that's firework for me personally, because yeah, there may not be too much skills involved, but I feel like these guys are just gonna go at it. Mr. 260 and True Geordie. I think both of them are gonna smash each other, and also Shaun and Zherka. A lot of these people, they just like talk. I guess that's the currency of the world now. I mean, I'm talking myself, so I guess so. In terms of fighting, I mean, I just want to see these guys fight, to be honest. True Geordie has bashed a lot of fighters himself, but he hasn't even gotten in the ring with anyone yet. Same as Mr. 260. He said he can beat all these professional fighters that has been fighting their whole life, yet he hasn't even stepped into one professional fight. Or not professional, just one bout. Any fight with any of these influencer guys. And he has so much opportunities. Now he does like sparring sessions to kind of show, but those aren't a real fight. Sparring is different from a real fight, a real bout. You'll truly know that what you're made of once you go through that fire, because it's a different game once you fight. Because I feel like the misfits in the influencer boxing scene is the future of boxing, and we are seeing that professionals are picking in the influencer scene misfits or any other promotional company rather than the professional roots. If you look at Tommy Fury, he's done that. Idris Virgo, he's actually a very good prospect, but he didn't go through the professional route, and he went through that because, I mean, it just makes sense. If it makes money, it makes sense. Why would you fight for higher risks with less rewards? If you have an ounce of thought in your head, then you're clearly going to go for one over the other, and that's misfits. And eventually giving these opportunities to people who actually have skills, who actually are entertaining at least to watch, because when you look at the misfit scenes, I mean it's tough. I mean, KSI is supposed to be the best. Jake Paul, Tommy Fury is the top tier, and they're also boring. I mean, it's very tough to even count the amount of exciting fights that I've seen in that game. And it's not just about skills, because there are plenty of skills. People try to undermine, especially in the professional ranks, because of jealousy. They try to undermine the misfits fighters or influencer boxing scene, but a lot of these guys dedicate themselves entirely. I mean, most of them train like pros. Most of them train with pros. You look at Jarvis, he trains with Mayweather. He trains with one of the greatest, hottest prospects in the world of boxing, Carmel Moulton, the American. And that guy is a beast. By all means, these guys deserve the respect. I just want them to actually put out the entertainment to show to the world, and we just haven't really seen that yet. Something just hasn't clicked, or we just haven't seen the right people enter the game. Dun 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 dun. Enter Taz. I'm joking. One day, I will change the game and take over the whole thing. Misfits, Mams, let me in. But for now, let's remain humble and let the guys fight. Just allowing more opportunities to people and fighters to actually see the best in people. Like, we just want to see the most entertaining fights. Boxing has evolved so much into it's so technical now, especially in the professional ranks, and it's like sometimes you just want to bring back the old school, the Rocky Marcianos, the Marvin Hagler, those type of fights, those type of fighters, because I feel like boxing has become so civilized. And it's become so boring now, with the pioneer of that being Floyd Mayweather. Ever since him, the whole ethos of more defense, less damage, higher rewards, that type of thing, all about winning, keeping the O. I mean, it's made boxing so boring. And that's why MMA is really killing it right now, because they don't care about their losses. And they fight. They actually fight. Now, boxing, when was the last time you really saw a great fight? When you look at the super fights, a lot of people are so scared to fight now. Like, boxing has evolved into this game of fencing, essentially. But boxing is war. It's not fencing. It's a sledgehammer. It's a long sword. It's not tippy tappy. And maybe we'll break that barrier that, Floyd Mayweather has put up throughout the game, and seeing a new generation of fighters that are beasts. I want to see boxing be like the No Fear Pacquiao days, or like the Iron Mike days. But those days were crazy. I want more ferociousness. I want violence. I want aggressiveness, and I want to fight, just like what we see in UFC now and MMA. I want to see that. I want to bring that back to boxing. See entertaining fights. And that's why boxing is dying, because we're not seeing these things. But if you give more opportunities to people and see what they're made out of, maybe, you'll see someone come out of the woodworks that are just absolutely terrifying in boxing skills, and we'll get that entertainment again. Because at the end of the day, out of all the martial arts and out of all the disciplines, boxing is the most entertaining and most beautiful one. Everyone wants to see a knockout, and everyone wants to see beautiful hands thrown. They're a man's greatest asset. So that's the whole enigma and the allure with boxing, because everyone wants to punch and see how great those strikes are. And boxing is the most pivotal and skillful display of that. Look, boxing has been my whole life. There hasn't really been much excitement to it, and I feel like in this whole influencer scene, it's mixing that WWE factor, that entertainment factor, with the sport, with the discipline and the skills involved. And it's like the best of both worlds, because this is, at the end of the day, the entertainment business. No one's going to pay you if no one's going to watch you. Now, how do you get those eyes? You build drama. You build the influence, right? And that's what makes it beautiful. And I feel like this is the future of boxing, especially with all the boxing media companies like Showtime. All the other ones are HBO is gone now, and all the other ones are jumping ship. I mean, what's the future? So it might be like some sort of streaming platform that showcases boxing. I heard that they're going to be doing like Prime with Amazon Prime. I'm not sure how that will work, or some sort of like Netflix. I don't know, but the future is big, because Jake Paul was talking about like doing live boxing shows for Netflix. I mean, that would be great. That would be big, but this is the future. And to be honest, this is beneficial for boxing, because this is single-handedly saving boxing itself. Think about it. No one's going through boxing anymore. Everyone's giving up on boxing. The companies, the media, they're all jumping ship. They're all turning it down. So that means it's sinking, and the influencer scene is single-handedly saving it. I would say let that pave the way, and then on undercards you can put professional fighters that may not have that opportunity, and help them as well. Because if you've ever been to these professional shows, I mean, they're so terrible. Most professional goes to like small shows all the time, and they get nothing. They don't get paid, and this is their living. They don't have any other jobs. Most professional fighters, this is their only way out. So, I mean, it's just the best way for boxers nowadays. If they can just get the eyes, if they can just get the opportunity to be seen, they will have a great career, and they will have greater chances of actually making money from boxing. So I feel like the influencer scene and the influence of boxing is the future of the whole game. I'm not sure which one, because I know there's a few. Misfits is obviously the biggest one as of now, but there might be something else that comes along. Kingpin, yeah, and there's another one like a crypto fight night. I think it's somewhere in Dubai. I'm not sure of the other ones, but comment down below. I actually don't know. And everyone is really investing, especially the Middle East. They're investing so much in boxing, and Misfits is going to be the future of that, or like the influencer scene. And I just can't wait what the future holds, but I know this is where it's going. And it's going to be great, because you're going to get to see so much more entertaining fights. Alright, so that's it for this video. Hope you like it. Please like, comment, and subscribe. It will really mean a lot. Let me know what you think down below. And comment, who do you think is going to win? Zherka or Shaun Jones? Thank you guys.